Good morning, friends, and welcome to What I Eat in a Day, summer style. First thing, we're having a big bowl of matcha. Today I'm having my UG Premium Organic from Sunday Natural, which is my current obsession. Having a hot bowl of matcha in the morning is like a warm hug for your insides. And knowing there's matcha waiting for you, it just gets you up in the morning. And I also kind of feel better about myself because I know that I'm getting my greens in. I know it's not the same thing as kale, but hey. And it provides you with Zenergy. So you guys know how I make my matcha. It's just easy. I just whisk some high-quality matcha into some oat milk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Add some hot water. Make sure to use filtered water for your tea. It'll make it taste so much better. And you're all set. It's frothy and fabulous and filled with antioxidants. So next up is planning my day. As many of you know, I am a huge fan of bullet journaling. And it has really taken my, effectiveness and organization to another level. So I track my habits, I list my priorities. It's just a tonic for my productivity-loving soul. So I also track my numbers on YouTube and Instagram. So YouTube is growing steadily, so thank you all so much for your support and your likes and your subscribes. But I need to get a little bit better at Instagram. So hey, if you want to join me over there and you haven't already, it's at VegManifique. Next up is workout time. I've been really enjoying this bar class by Move with Nicole on YouTube. And I do the first part of the kitchen counter because it's a ballet bar, and then I pop over to the floor. Time for meditation and visualizing the life I want. Time for breakfast. So for today's summer breakfast, I wanted to share my mom's peach prep tip. Super insider mom tip. So first you soak your peaches in some boiling filtered water. And then while they're soaking, we're going to prepare the rest of my fruit salad parfait. Mango. So now that the peaches have been soaking in boiling water, the fuzzy skin just pulls right off. It's totally magic. So if you're averse to the fuzz, this technique is super helpful. And also if your peaches aren't organic, this is a great way to remove the skin, which would have more pesticides than what's actually in the fruit. So thanks, Mom, for the awesome tip. So I'm just going to slice up these delectable summer peaches. And though I usually have oats in the morning, sometimes in the summer it's just so hot and I want to have a chilled, cold yogurt bowl with a bunch of fresh fruit, and that just tastes so good. So today we're doing a cashew milk yogurt, obviously dairy-free, and we're going to mix a plain with a blueberry. So whenever I have one of the flavored yogurts, I always mix it with a plain yogurt in order to kind of calm down the sweetness, because otherwise it's just too sweet. But I thought, blueberry yogurt would be a nice touch since we're having fresh blueberries. So we're going to arrange the fruit in a lovely pattern here, sort of. Remove the spoon and there we go. So these are all of my favorite fruits, actually, and I'm so excited to eat this. I'm adding on some hemp seeds for some omegas, and voila, a parfait parfait. But wait, where did I get all those local berries from? Well, So today we're picking local berries in New Hampshire. They've got blueberries, they've got raspberries, they've got golden berries. We're gonna be picking. Let's go. So first we're gonna pick some blackberries, but first we're gonna try them. So good. Okay, I need to stop eating them and start picking them. Massive gardens.
Yeah.
On it. So are these are raspberries or blackberries?
These are blackberries, so you just pick the ones that are black.
Okay, because like that's important to know.
Yeah. I don't think they're poisonous or anything.
Sour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thanks. If you like my heart sunglasses, comment below. They're a gift from my mom. Thanks, Mom, for making me look cool. Finally making some progress here on the berry picking. So this is something special. My husband caught a bee pollinating a flower in HD up close. Check this out. It's so amazing to see a bee so close up. And how he's just using his little paws, little arms, picking off all the pollen. It's truly incredible. So we got oodles of blueberries, which is great because they're one healthy food. Thank you guys so much for coming berry picking with us.
Yes.
We got a bounty, so hopefully we can make something delicious with them.
Yep. Oh, here comes Abby.
Here comes Abby. So after breakfast, we got to filming. VegNews, your go-to for holistic wellness and healthy vegan lifestyle. I'm Anne. Mail time! So I'm so excited because we just got this in the mail because my husband and I were featured in the VegNews wedding episode. What do you call that? The wedding issue. So let's open it. And VegNews was so nice to send us several. So nice. Oh, and a copy. So it's in the summer issue. Wow. So there we are. I guess we're the first wedding here. Plant-based living is taking the world by storm, and even international weddings are getting a vegan makeover. From the Caribbean Isles to the English countryside, these stunning nuptials, held at some of the most beautiful locations on earth, give a whole new meaning to world-class love. And there we are with our rainbow that happened at our wedding. So cool. Anne and Arnold, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So amazing. And then it talks all about our wedding, shows our cake, shows our shot when we were on the beach and it was raining. There wasn't that much rain, as you've seen in my videos. We were pretty lucky, but there was a little sprinkling. So the only sad thing I have to say is that VegNews did not mention Veggie Magnifique. So all the people reading VegNews about our wedding will not discover Veggie Magnifique. So that is a real shame. But we are delighted to be featured, obviously. And on a personal level, it's a real treat. And this is an amazing magazine. Look at this. An awesome Indian wedding. So cool. So now it's time to do a little meal prep for dinner, or dessert prep. So today we're making a delectable chocolate pot de crème. Pot de crème, aka pudding. So this recipe is so easy, so easy. It's healthy, it's packed with protein. You just need silken tofu, vanilla, cacao powder, a pinch of salt, maple syrup, and a blender. So you just pop everything into your blender, really. That's all you do. It's of course even better if you have raw cacao. I didn't, so I just was using cocoa powder, but if you have raw cacao, make it into a superfood treat. And this is a wonderful way to get some tofu into your diet, honestly. Like if you have people coming over who are like not into tofu, you could totally make this pudding and they would never know. It's so creamy, so delectable, so fudgy chocolatey, and it's healthy. So I don't measure always, so sometimes I need to, add a couple things and then reblend. So do as you see fit, add more or less chocolate or more or less maple syrup. And then you just put it into glass containers and pop it in the fridge for later. Oh, and, let it hang out there for several hours so that it thickens. Okay, let's make lunch. So we're not reinventing the wheel here, we're just making a balanced plant-based plate with a bunch of whole foods. So we're popping the bulgur in my snazzy rice cooker. So check out this garlic. This is fresh garlic from my friend's garden. And yeah, it took a while to get off the stem, but once I did, that fresh garlic was ace. So we're just mincing up some of this fresh garlic. And I'm keeping in the fast sound effects because it sounds so funny. And we're just sauteing in water. There's no need to use oil here, just saute in some water. Or veggie broth, which I didn't have. And we are going to be making a yummy little tomato bean dish, let's call it. Ignore the little bar on the screen, it goes away in 2 seconds, I promise. So we're adding some roasted tomatoes that were from a can that I used the day before that were in the fridge. Gotta use those leftovers. And then I'm going to town with hot sauce, per usual. It's this one from Trader Joe's. And you're just gonna saute, add some pepper, a lot of pepper. Add some salt. I'm using the pink Himalayan. And now we're gonna add some turmeric. So let's talk about this here. You're not really gonna taste it if you add, several shakes. But it's going to add so much nutrition because obviously turmeric is so anti-inflammatory and it's something you really want to try and get in your diet as much as humanly possible. It's the king of spices. And no, this isn't going to taste like curry. It's just going to have some complexity. So we're going to use the same pot. Why? Because there's some delicious flavor down there, but also because I really only have one saucepan. True minimalist that I am. So I'm going to slice up some of these delicious green beans that we got from a friend who has a garden in Maine. So we're going to steam them in this fabulous garlic tomato water for it depends, 5 to 10 minutes. Depends how you like them. We like them a little crisp. And the bulgur's singing a song. Yum. So when your beans are properly steamed, you obviously drain off the water, and then you add some lemon, some pepper, and some salt, and then just give it a mix. That's all we're doing here. They're delightful as they are. Now we're going to slice up some cabbage. Why? Because it adds delicious color. Also, hey, it's a cruciferous vegetable. So get chopping. And now let's plate it up. So we've got our delicious chewy bulgur. We've got our creative tomato bean dish, garlicky and delicious. And we're adding our beans and some salad. So let's add some seaweed flakes because, that's good for iodine. And of course, some chipotle hummus because, hey, yum. And that's about it. A bit later, I was hungry because, your girl has to eat. So I made one of my favorite things, one of my favorite snacks, which is carrot sticks and spicy hummus. So easy, so simple. It's my go-to. Keep it on the chopping board, easy peasy. So this is me filling our water filter. We used to have a really complicated one in France, but this one's so easy. So let's prepare dinner together. Check out this new wasabi powder I just found. Apparently, it's, the real thing. So you take the powder and you mix it with some water. And then you let it, you stir it up and then you let it congeal for a while. And I ask you, what is sushi without wasabi? Yes, we're making sushi. We're making leftover what's in the fridge sushi. A wonderful tip for, making sure you don't waste food and making sure you eat what you have, your leftovers, is to reinvent it, right? So we do a lot of reinvention around here. And I'm just throwing some leftovers into sushi. So this is some tempeh that my husband marinated with all sorts of different spices. He gets really fancy with the spices, which I love. And this is leftover brown rice from the day before. Now, one thing about brown rice is it's not ideal for sushi. I'm just going to tell you this right now. You want to make it super sticky brown rice, and then hope it'll stick. So this one did, but it's better to use, obviously, a white rice for sticky. But we like brown rice because it's so much healthier, so. Anyway, just a warning. And I'm adding some chili garlic sauce for flavor. By now, you know we're spicers around here. And I had lettuce, so I added some lettuce and rolled it with this delicious tempeh. And of course, sesame seeds, black sesame seeds. So fun. And I don't have one of those bamboo rollers, so I'm just rolling. Let's get rolling. And then you're gonna just squeeze it really tight, unless you have a bamboo roller, we're ad hocing here. And then you're gonna wet the knife and carefully slice your sushi. You don't want it to fall apart, and believe me, I know how to make it fall apart. Snack on the ugly end. And what else do we have in the fridge? Well, we have that purple cabbage. Yum. And we also have some fennel. Now, I know there's two teams with the licorice taste. I'm totally on team black licorice, so I love fennel and love adding it to salads. Adding some black sesame seeds. Yum. Easy peasy, colorful dinner. Now we're gonna make our salad dressing. So we're going to add some of this yummy horseradish mustard. Now, the date syrup was a second choice because I used all the maple syrup from before in the pudding. So I highly suggest that you use maple syrup instead of date syrup because date syrup in this particular recipe it's a bit strange. It's very intense, it overpowers. But hey, we still enjoyed it. So it's basically just apple cider vinegar, mustard, and maple syrup or date syrup, and salt and pepper. It's a mustardy, it's like a honey mustard without the honey. It's absolutely delectable. So now we're going to add some organic reduced sodium tamari. We really like that one. It's delicious. To our wasabi. Oh, yummy. I gotta say, you guys, this wasabi was so good. I highly recommend it. It'll take your sushi to the next level. Guess what, guys? It's finally dessert time. Let's see how the pudding turned out. Whoa, chocolatey. beau de crème. Now we're using some Cocoa Whip because, hey, what's pudding without Cocoa Whip? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time on Veggie Minifig TV.